Good morning, everyone. Welcome today to another very special, deep episode as we had yesterday, because I think this whole week is about doing deeper introspection in areas which we sometimes are unable to comprehend for ourselves. And they become a pattern and they become a part of us. And when they become a part of us, we don't realize it. We stay in that space. We think that, things are stagnating or things are not moving, or we think, what's the point? Not realizing that we are the ones who are allowing ourselves. It's like, a clouded, comforting mattress. So if it starts feeling good, if you have tried it for a day or so, week or so, month or so, and you start getting so comfortable in it that you start snuggling in that space, right? And that becomes your comfort zone. So, gradually over this week, I think this is what the learning is, that we have to go really deep inside, reflect on ourselves and all that we feel, we experience, we assume, we think we know, and really ask ourselves, is that what I want, or is that what is stopping me, or is that what is responsible for whatever is happening in my life? Yesterday, as we worked on impatience, it was a deep session. Today also, please have patience with me. It's going to be a deep, longish session. And I hope you have learned from your impatience to be patient now to go through this today with me, right? So close your eyes and just take a deep, slow breath in and gently release. Do it again. And your eyes are closed, right? So now ask yourself, not softly, but honestly, is your comfort truly peace, or has it quietly become your limitation? Ask yourself, is your comfort truly peace, or has it quietly become your limitation? Because comfort does something very subtle. It doesn't shape your choices, it reshapes your mind, your identity, and your entire way of living. So think on that. Okay? And maybe you have thought of it and we can talk of it later. I would like a little discussion on this later with you. So think about it. Where were you? Or what was it? Was it your limitation or was it really truly peace? And we can talk about it. So, what does this comfort zone do? It conditions your thinking. When you stay in your comfort zone long enough, your mind begins to prefer the known over the possible. Get it? There's a difference. To prefer the known, okay, this is known, so I'm fine here. But over the possible, this is possible. But you stop asking, what if it works? Instead, you start repeating, what if it fails? Does that happen to us? Yeah, most of the time we are always saying, what if it doesn't happen? What if it fails? We don't say, what if it works? I'd appreciate thumbs up and all coming in between, because that will give me that you're identifying and understanding all that we are talking about, okay? So I said about stop, when you are in your comfort zone, you stop asking what if it works. You start repeating what if it fails, correct? So, for example, you hesitate for a better opportunity because you feel underqualified. A lot of us do that. Not because you are underqualified, but because you've trained your mind to avoid risk. It could be in any other challenge that you have to take, not only at work, but any other challenge in your life or a shift which demands a little more from you. So what have we done? We are not that we can't do it, but we have trained ourselves to believe no point in taking any risk. Right? So what is the outcome? Your thinking becomes protective instead of expansive. You don't operate from an open mind in the real world. You don't operate from a space where you think, okay, what's the worst that can happen? Let me try. Yeah. It could be just a simple thing that after surgery, you think that, okay, I mean, like I'm talking of me, after knee surgery, if I had thought, no, I can't climb any mountains anymore, I won't risk it, I can't do it. And what do? I go all the way climbing. If people have been to Mahavtar Babaji's cave, they'll understand it. Within 3 months, I was stopped there. Why? What's the worst that can happen? I'll feel pain. I'll feel, maybe okay, physically I'm not able to move forward. So I'll stop. I'll come back. I made an effort. So the outcome of if you stop yourself or your comfort zone doesn't allow you to move forward, your thinking becomes protective instead of expansive, as I said, and you don't grow. You rationalize staying the same as you are. You'll keep giving reasons for why you need to be the same all the time or in that space. What else does it do? It rewires your mind into avoidance. That means, remember this, the brain learns through repetition. I'm talking of the brain. And comfort teaches it one thing repeatedly: avoid discomfort at all costs. So the brain gets conditioned. For example, you avoid difficult conversations with your partner, your boss, even with yourself or your friends. Why? Because you choose silence over truth. You kind of shy away from the truth. So you avoid those difficult conversations. Does that happen to us? Yes, it does. And what is the outcome of this? Your mind starts associating honesty with danger. Avoidance becomes your default response, not just in any situation or conflict, but in life. That becomes your response. What else does comfort zone do? It shapes your relationship around who you are, not who you're becoming. Think about it. Comfort zones shape your relationships around who you are. So you become very uncomfortable, when you feel, if you meet somebody who's, let's say, more dynamic than you in terms of appearance. Maybe they're more dynamic, but you look for reasons, to avoid that person because you feel, I'm not comfortable with so and so. I can't handle what she says. I'm not prepared for the kind of, conversation that person carries out. Why? Because, and then your relationship gets shaped accordingly. Because we are not looking at things with an open mind. Fine, every person has to be different. And I come back here with the example I always give for everything in life. Look at the palm of your hand. Or not palm, look at your hand. All the fingers and the thumb are sized differently. Correct? But they're all connected to this central piece, which is your palm. Now think of palm as the oneness, as the wholeness, as the universe, as anything you want. They're all connected to that, right? So there's a commonality, but they are different and they function well together. That's okay, but we don't do that. When you stay comfortable, you often remain in spaces where you don't need to evolve. So you stagnate, you stay there, you don't move forward, right? For example, let's look at friendships. You continue friendships where growth is mocked, dreams are dismissed, and depth is avoided because it feels familiar. Absorb that. Look at yourself and look at the friendships that you have around you. Are they invigorating? Are they challenging? Are they motivating? Are they something that makes you feel, complete? Or is it because it's a pattern which is going on? There are certain people in that pattern whom you say, oh my God, not again. Oh my God, not, I can't talk to her. I don't know what to say. But you continue in that space because it feels familiar. If you're being kind to the relationship in terms of it's okay, that's a different thing. But if there are feelings that are getting generated in you, there is something that you are avoiding because you are comfortable in it because it is familiar. Somebody something behavior patterns etc., and you're happy with that. So what happens? You begin shrinking parts of yourself to belong in that friendship zone. And slowly, you forget who you are becoming. Does that resonate with you? Think about it. What happens? Have you noticed children when they shift to new location? When you suppose you're shifting from one city to another, the children start adapting that way of that style of speaking. It could be like in Hindi or in English or in the local language, the way, because every area, I'm just talking of India right now, every area has its own way of expression, right? It comes from because the vernacular, the language that they speak is the dominant one. So let's say a common language like English, look at it in the whole country. English is spoken, but everywhere it is spoken with a little bit of different tonality and dialect. Correct. So what happens when you or your children shift there? The children start speaking in the same kind of language. Okay, nothing wrong, but they have adapted to it and they're okay. Look at people who go abroad, especially when they live in the Americas or even in Europe for that matter. Their way of speaking, their style of thinking, not only thinking, their behavior patterns and certain attitudes and references completely become completely different. We do not agree with you. And you start making fun of them. Just gone for a couple of years and look at them now. What are they doing? No, they're not doing. They just adapted to what it was. I have friends who have lived in the US for the last 50 years. So when they're in the US, they speak like like the Americans too, the same twang and slang. But when they come to India, they speak English the way you and I talk. And I asked them, I said, why do you do this? They said, because they don't understand what I'm speaking. So I have to adapt to them over there, which is fine. And they're living a happy life. Right? So this is what happens, because if you allow to remain in that zone that, okay, I'm going to be like this, then you might be feeling that alienation from others. That this person is awkward, or this person I don't understand, or this person's behavior is different. You have to adapt, you have to open, actually, not adapt, you have to expand. Excuse me. That expansion requires you to make yourself feel belonged. Otherwise, you forget who you are becoming. Correct. What does comfort zone do further? It builds invisible patterns of self-sabotage. Comfort doesn't look like harm, but over time, it becomes a pattern of choosing what is easy over what is aligned, or what is needed, or what is necessary. It all happens to all of us. You keep procrastinating on something important, a project, a passion, a life decision, a trip. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Don't you do that? I used to do it. If I had to travel to visit my children abroad earlier, my suitcase would be open on another room on the bed. Okay. And I would keep dumping everything there. But the packing, fine, used to happen only last day because I used to keep avoiding it. Who's going to do it? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow. How many of us have done that? Or how many of us do that? It's not that you have to get packed and be ready 3 days before. Fine, you may keep your suitcase open, but why can't you have just packed it all? No, I wouldn't do it. Just leave it. Now I don't. So you see, we keep procrastinating on something important. It could be anything, as I told you, and we keep saying we'll do it tomorrow. What happens if we continue to do this? Tomorrow becomes a habit of delay, and delay becomes a lifestyle of stagnation. Think about that. Tomorrow becomes a habit of delay, and delay becomes a lifestyle of stagnation. How many of you agree to this? Right. Okay. So then comfort zone is also about strengthening limiting beliefs. The longer you stay where you are, the more your mind starts believing this is all there is, nothing more. Suppose you're living in an environment or amongst people or in friends or at work that undervalues you. Of course, we have allowed that. Eventually, you begin to believe you are only worth that much and you cannot go beyond. So what happens? Your belief system shrinks to match your environment. And you stop reaching for more. Not because you can't, but because you don't believe that you should. You start limiting yourselves. And that's where underconfidence, undervaluing, self-belief, self-worth, self confidence, everything starts playing up and it gets compressed further and further. And don't forget, all this continues, all this comfort zone sensation feeds on your insecurities silently. Comfort zone often protects you from failure, but they also prevent you from proving that you're capable. You don't try something new because you're afraid of not being good at it. So that fear never gets challenged, and over time it grows into insecurity. Maybe I'm just not capable. Maybe I just can't do it. Because what has it done? It has disconnected you from your true potential. And the most dangerous part, you begin to confuse who you are with who you have settled into. You once had dreams to create, to lead, to explore, to maybe expand. But now what do you say? That's not really me anymore. Is that right? Is that correct? No, because what has happened is it's not that your dreams disappeared. It's that your comfort zone became louder than your truth. So, what does it do? It creates a life that feels fine, but not fulfilling. Nothing is drastically wrong, but nothing feels deep either. So you look like, stable from the outside to the world. You have a regular job, your routine, your relationships. But inside, there's a quiet restlessness that you can't explain. How many of us go through this? Yeah. Because you have started settling for okay, while your soul continues to crave for more. And slowly, you convince yourself this is enough. You convince yourself that this is life, this is all you get, and wanting any more is unrealistic. But here is the truth: your comfort zone doesn't want you to see. You're not stuck, you are just unwilling to disrupt what feels familiar. So today, don't try to escape your comfort zone, just see it clearly, because awareness is the first step to breaking the most convincing limitation you've been living in. Let that awareness settle into you. Comfort is not the enemy, but unconscious comfort becomes a cage that limits you. And the most dangerous cages are the ones that feel safe. So today, you do not fight your comfort zone, you simply see it clearly, honestly, powerfully. That is the intent of this recitation. Again, as I said, the explanation was very long, but I felt that we need to sort of bring out those aspects that we don't understand are the reasons and our limitations and the areas where our comfort zones are sitting. There may be more, but these are the ones I could think of. So today, as I said, we do not fight our comfort zone, we see it. We become aware of it clearly, honestly, and powerfully. Okay? So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And as you breathe in and breathe out, maybe you'd like to give that comfort zone a form, a shape, a size, a color, a sensation, and bring it all out in your either in your palm of your left hand or as an entity in front of you. It could be any form. See it over there. Comfort zone as an entity in any form. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Let that entity be there, either in your palm or in front of you. Return to normal breathing. Invoke your healing masters, healing guides, healing angels, your higher consciousness, radical consciousness, love consciousness, prosperity consciousness, your teachers, mentors, gurus, and guides. Seek their guidance, seek their support, seek their understanding, and seek their blessings to help you let go and liberate yourself from your comfort zone in such a way that you continue your journey on your life plan in an easy and effortless manner as you continue connecting to the eternal consciousness and the primary source energy. See the masters surrounding you so that you are safe and comforted. Collect all your scattered thoughts wherever they are in the universe. See them entering you, centering you. And when you feel centered, take a deep breath and recite with me or after me. With soul's love, I recognize where comfort has limited my growth. With soul's love, I recognize where comfort has limited my growth. With soul's love, I recognize where comfort has limited my growth. With soul's love, I let go of the illusion that comfort equals safety. With soul's love, I let go of the illusion that comfort equals safety. With soul's love, I let go of the illusion that comfort equals safety. With soul's love, I release the fear of stepping into the unknown. With soul's love, I release the fear of stepping into the unknown. With soul's love, I release the fear of stepping into the unknown. With soul's love, I forgive myself for choosing familiarity over expansion. With soul's love, I forgive myself for choosing familiarity over expansion. With soul's love, I forgive myself for choosing familiarity over expansion. With soul's love, I embrace the discomfort that leads to transformation. With soul's love, I embrace the discomfort that leads to transformation. With soul's love, I embrace the discomfort that leads to transformation. With soul's love, I recognize the patterns that keep me small. With soul's love, I recognize the patterns that keep me small. With soul's love, I recognize the patterns that keep me small. With soul's love, I let go of the need to feel ready before I begin. With soul's love, I let go of the need to feel ready before I begin. With soul's love, I let go of the need to feel ready before I begin. With soul's love, I release attachment to predictable outcomes. With soul's love, I release attachment to predictable outcomes. With soul's love, I release attachment to predictable outcomes. With soul's love, I forgive myself for the opportunities I avoided. With soul's love, I forgive myself for the opportunities I avoided. With soul's love, I forgive myself for the opportunities I avoided. With soul's love, I embrace courage as my new normal. With soul's love, I embrace courage as my new normal. With soul's love, I embrace courage as my new normal. With soul's love, I recognize my inner power beyond fear. With soul's love, I recognize my inner power beyond fear. With soul's love, I recognize my inner power beyond fear. With soul's love, I let go of limiting beliefs about my capabilities. With soul's love, I let go of my limiting beliefs about my capabilities. With soul's love, I let go of my limiting beliefs about my capabilities. With soul's love, I release the need for external validation. With soul's love, I release the need for external validation. With soul's love, I release the need for external validation. With soul's love, I forgive those who conditioned me to play small. With soul's love, I forgive all of them who conditioned me to play small. With soul's love, I forgive all of them who conditioned me to play small. With soul's love, I embrace my authentic expression fully. With soul's love, I embrace my authentic expression fully. With soul's love, I embrace my authentic expression fully. With soul's love, I recognize that growth requires discomfort. With soul's love, I recognize that growth requires discomfort. With soul's love, I recognize that growth requires discomfort. With soul's love, I let go of excuses that keep me stagnant. With soul's love, I let go of excuses that keep me stagnant. With soul's love, I let go of excuses that keep me stagnant. With soul's love, I release comparison and self-doubt. With soul's love, I release comparison and self-doubt. With soul's love, I release comparison and self-doubt. With soul's love, I forgive myself for doubting my path. With soul's love, I forgive myself for doubting my path. With soul's love, I forgive myself for doubting my path. With soul's love, I embrace uncertainty as a doorway to possibility. With soul's love, I embrace uncertainty as a doorway to possibility. With soul's love, I embrace uncertainty as a doorway to possibility. With soul's love, I recognize the life waiting beyond my fear. With soul's love, I recognize the life waiting for me beyond my fear. With soul's love, I recognize my life waiting for me beyond fear. With soul's love, I let go of my resistance to change. With soul's love, I let go of my resistance to change. With soul's love, I let go of my resistance to change. With soul's love, I release the past that no longer defines me. With soul's love, I release the past that no longer defines me. With soul's love, I release the past that no longer defines me. With soul's love, I forgive myself for staying where I had already outgrown. With soul's love, I forgive myself for staying where I had already outgrown. With soul's love, I forgive myself for staying where I had already outgrown. With soul's love, I embrace expansion, evolution, and purpose. With soul's love, I embrace expansion, evolution, and purpose. With soul's love, I embrace expansion, evolution, and purpose. Look at yourself. Take a deep breath and see if there is any shift or the self-control and any shift in the object or the entity that you had in front of you, any shift in that comfort zone. And ask yourself gently, where in my life am I choosing comfort instead of truth? What am I avoiding that I know deep within is calling me to move forward? If fear was not present, what would I choose today? Sit with this thought inside you. You're looking at yourself, you're reflecting. Because your next level of life is hidden inside the discomfort you've been avoiding. Your higher consciousness says, you are not here to remain safe. You are here to expand. Your soul did not come here to repeat patterns. It came here to transcend them. Discomfort is not a warning sign. It is an initiation. Every time you choose growth over comfort, You align deeper with your true self. Trust this. The life you desire exists just beyond the edge of what feels familiar. Step forward, even if your voice trembles, even if your path is unclear. The universe meets you at the boundary of your courage. Say with this message, and now say the mantra of the affirmation for the comfort zone to be liberated. I peacefully progress in life by choosing growth over comfort and rise beyond my limitations. I peacefully progress in life by choosing growth over comfort and rising beyond my limitations. I peacefully progress in life by choosing growth over comfort and rising beyond my limitations. Take another deep breath. Feel all the recitation, the affirmations, the mantra, filling up each cell, fiber, muscle, tissue, organ of your body. Feel your chakras vibrating to this new sensation, which makes you feel lighter, which makes you feel aligned, which makes you feel grounded, which makes you feel centered. And when you feel a sense of fulfillment, just thank and be in gratitude to the comfort zone also for leading you here to see the brilliance of liberating yourself from it. And these lessons could not have come if you had not experienced the comfort zone limitations. And when you feel completely aligned and liberated, take a deep breath, rub your palms together, massage your scalp, cup your eyes, massage your face, neck, shoulders, arms, body, legs, feet. Feel yourself being in the here and now, and you can open your eyes. Take your time. Any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions, anything you'd like to share, any experience? What happened to your comfort zone entity? Anybody would like to share? Yes, Rupa, feeling hungry is a good sign that you're open now. What is hunger? Hunger is to receive something, right? To allow yourself to receive something. Now, what is that something? It is your choice. So, physically, you can fill it up with hunger and be in gratitude for whatever you're eating because that is giving you a signal that you're ready to accept what is literally healthy for you, good for you, energizing you, and make you feel fulfilled. So it's a brilliant metaphor actually that has happened in your life. Stay with it, Rupa. That's a good one. Okay.
I'm feeling thirsty.
You're feeling thirsty. It's the same thing because whatever was dehydrating, I mean, now you're dehydrated because all that was kind of filling you up is emptied out. And that's one way of interpreting it. But at the same time, you can look and fill yourself with whatever is Amrit for you, basically. Okay?
Awesome.
Yeah. Yes, Usha?
Um, I'm not given much to visualization, but I
Yeah.
did get a little lump of something black on my hand. Okay, not
Uh-huh.
very big, about a thumb size.
Okay.
And when we finished, I wasn't expecting any change, but I looked at it. It seemed to be smaller and the space around it very light.
Okay. So
That
what
was a
you,
nice feeling.
all right, wonderful. But if it is still there, Usha,
Hmm.
just go into your meditative space after the this recitation. If it
Hmm.
is still there, just say
Hmm.
I R5 you. I R5 you
Okay.
with gratitude. I R5 you with gratitude and see it completely melt, dissolve, disappear. Till that, just do it because that means a little bit of that hold, of that comfort to hold
Yeah,
on to comfort zone is there.
I do. I understand that.
Yeah. So just do
But it was quite a
IR5 you
surprise
with
because I wasn't expecting any visual or any reaction or anything. I just did it.
right. Awesome.
And it was very nice. Thank you, Aarti. Thank you.
Thank you, Usha. How many of you were able to dissolve or had anything come up as as a form or a color as she said, black little thing or a person? It could have been anything. Anybody else felt anything and did you release it? Please share because it's important for all of us to know what went on.
Um, Honestly, it was I like a black smoky substance in front of me. It wasn't very heavy,
Okay?
but at the end, when you said look at it again, till then I had not looked at it. Then I had my eyes closed, and then when I looked at it, it was all completely light. There was light, in the sense of brightness. It
Awesome.
had completely vanished.
Right.
And the other thing that really resonated with me is when you said discomfort is not, I can't remember that word, but an initiation.
Right.
That really resonated with me. It's really a lovely way of looking at it, because
Absolutely.
we shy away from discomfort,
Yes.
and we don't want to go beyond, because this comfort zone is so lovely.
So true. So true. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so that's just what I wanted. I mean, as an initiation to something much, much more wonderful than what we can even imagine or think or expect. So yeah, thank you so much for that.
No, and thank you, Sagri, for sharing this with us because Sagri is mentally allowed herself today to liberate herself. Okay. Now, why I'm saying this for all of you also is that she saw it as a black form, whatever, and then it turned into shining white light, or a shining or a whatever it was. What does that mean? That within herself, she has allowed that the potential of liberation to be more powerful. She has allowed herself to not resist and not just hold on to it, not procrastinate, to let go of discomfort. She has allowed herself to literally let go and understand that it's okay. It was meant to be there. It's okay. It was there. Now it's okay if it is not there also. Yeah. So thank you, Sagari. This is a very good metaphor that you have given us. Anybody else would like to share what they went through? Because this is not about shying away. Again, this is not about shying away to talk. This is about understanding where you are. If there is still a blockage of this something else, like I told Rupa, then was it Rupa who said about that little black thing? Usha, I think, Usha. So then what is it? The point is that you'll get your solutions right here. What is it that you're resisting? What is it that you're not allowing your comfort zone to, sort of expand? We have a comfort zone, but it should be expansive. Correct. So, anybody else would like to share something? Okay. So we are now going to stop it. That's fine. Okay, please do let me know, are my starting explanations too long? Be honest. If you want me to shorten it, I will. Because sometimes, restlessness sets in when you're listening too much and you think you're just waiting for the recitation. So if you want it shorter, please tell me honestly, because I want to sort of, break it up into pieces so that everybody sort of understands where the limitations come from, but we can make it shorter. I want an honest feedback on it right now. Yes, Revati?
The detailed explanation is very useful because you're covering all aspects in this. So, somewhere it strikes a chord. Yes, I connect with this, I connect with this, I connect with this.
Okay.
And when you're giving the affirmations, it really helps. Like, I felt a dirty brown color in my palms.
Mhm.
This morning, I woke up to a feeling that I've been belittled so many times.
Mm.
I never had the guts to stand up.
Mm.
So I was thinking of that and I was just crying. Then
Mm.
my son just pushed me and he said, "Okay, you are very much wanted and nourished. You have to do my dabba." I said,
Mm.
"Okay." And when I did my rangoli, I got the theme for my rangoli today. I have to come out of this. I have to step out of this. Everything else, because past is dust.
Right.
And today, your affirmation was so much in sync with my thoughts.
Okay.
God bless you, Aarti ji. It was truly amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. No, again, maybe you can write in the chat later, in the, what do you call it? Yeah, in the group later or something, because I really want an honest opinion. If you feel it is too long, I will still shorten it because I know it's a time constraint. It's a morning time, 10 o'clock. There are lots of things people need to do, but it would be appreciated if you can let me know otherwise also. Thank you, Rupa, for saying that. It's interesting and wonderful. So Shalu says explanation is required. Okay. All right. Saifa says feeling sleepy. Good. Sleep for some time. You're in a state of you have allowed yourself to let go. So don't worry about it. Pooja says wonderful. Thank you very much. All of you, of course, as I said, the recording will be there. Don't ask me for it. And, and see you all tomorrow for lucid
Uh,
breathing.
One last thought, Aarti.
Yes, I
I
will.
just wanted to say I don't think you should restrict yourself. I think you should just allow the divine to flow through you because these explanations are coming through you and not, from you.
No, that
So
is
I
true.
think
That is true.
you should go ahead because something you say will definitely resonate with someone or the other.
Okay.
And if people don't want to listen, let them not listen. That's okay also.
Yeah, because I took permission. Normally the recitation time is 10 to 10:30, but I've
Yes.
taken permission to make it 10 to 11. I said, I can't just do recitation. I have
Mm.
to allow myself to talk about it. And Atman was kind
Yes.
enough to agree. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so that is it. So, thank you for this.
So let them join late. If they don't want to listen, let them join late. That's their choice.
No, that is okay. What I'm talking about, yeah, exactly. But I'm not going to say this. Maybe you can write in the group. I'm
No,
going
no,
to.
I'm just,
No, Sadly, it is no. Honestly, there's something good about what you're saying. Some people just want to listen to recitations. I understand. So you can maybe I'll write in the group. I want to write this question. Okay, maybe you can write this answer, and others also. Whatever you have said, I would appreciate. Please make it an interactive group. I do not like the static. All of you go silent. So plus, there have been people who have not participated. Not about participation. I feel maybe they have already either left or not there and it needed to be sifted and cleansed out. I that is why I'm asking for personal, requests. At, what is it called? Confirmations from you that you want to be part of the seekers group. It is nothing in terms of I'm not being a Hitler. I'm not trying to sort of bulldoze you like a principal. It's just that this group is supposed to be. It's a radical consciousness group of seekers, so I want it to be seeker oriented, have questions, have answers, have solutions. If I can't give a solution, maybe I'll put it in the group. what is your thought. So it becomes an interactive group, not just about posting, recordings and maybe blogs and other thoughts, etc. Thank you, Sagari, for this. And thank you all for being present here and being part of this. And thank you, Usha, by saying you second Sagari. Right. All the best. Have a great day and see you tomorrow for lucid reading. Bye bye.